Hello, everyone. Welcome to my estate. What am I talking about? Anyway, we're here with a special episode.
One take.
Not really that special but just because we're both here at my house recording a podcast for the first time in a while. I think the last time we did this was
maybe August
a
of
minute
2022.
ago. A minute ago.
Yeah.
It was a cracking long time ago.
Good word choice.
As the crow flies, we've been saying that a lot. Today, we don't really have a structure to this episode because KU's about to be on in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
And so we're going to call this the Rant episode. We're still going to give you your rundown, your obscure stat of the day, your random segment even. We'll figure that out as we go. But today is the Rant episode because there's lots to rant about.
Yep. But the second ever in-person Takes One Legs podcast at the Phillips household.
Is that the funniest intro ever? As the crow flies, I think it is.
I mean, everyone that I do tends to be funnier because I'm generally a funnier person, but
it's like not even close to the truth. You like don't even attempt it to be funny at all.
It's all business.
You're like,
it's all business.
Your business first. It's like, what's even the point?
This is a business.
You're just here to facilitate me being hilarious. Honestly,
I'm here to get my bread and get out. Nash. Come on,
chase the bag, I guess. But
as if we make any money off of this. But yeah.
I do. I'm sponsored by Podcasts of America. If that's a real thing, I'm so sorry.
I got in like an email about some dude asking us like if we could pay him and then he could like make like YouTube shorts for us, like or something. And I was like, it was mad sketch.
Nah.
And I didn't respond. It was mad sketch. So
why didn't you? How long ago was this?
That was like a week or two ago. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah. What? How did I not know about
I'll show you the email when we're done. It was kind of funny though.
That's mad funny.
But as this Purdue-Tennessee game's coming to a close, looking like Purdue's gonna pull it out.
Oh, Rick. Rick, it's okay.
But yeah, not that much structure will be present.
For those of you who are confused, I meant Rick Barnes. I'm not talking to myself, I promise. Although
as far as we know, but
I mean on occasion.
Who knows with Nash, but mine's NFL related, so it can kind of lead into the NFL discussion. But Nash, if you want to go first.
Yeah, mine isn't all that splendid as the crow flies, but
right. Let's try to not say that every fucking. Okay.
But Kevin McCullough joined elite company last night as one of, I want to say, 6 NCAA basketball players ever to record 2 straight triple doubles. He did it against Kentucky and then Chaminade. So I mean, does the second one really even count? No. But it is wildly impressive. He joins Kevin Roberson, Shaq, Anthony Penny Hardaway. That's the same person, right?
Yeah.
Gerald Lewis, David Edwards, Tony Lee, and himself. So he's one of 7 to ever achieve that feat.
Who's the first game against?
Kentucky.
Oh yeah.
And then Hunter Dickinson was the first player since I want to say 2004, Nick Collison, to record a 2020 game in that Kentucky game as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Really?
I mean, you got to think how rare a 2020 game is, because like you get guys who get crazy amounts of rebounds, but 20 points along with 20 rebounds.
Yeah. I would have thought there's some guys that's kind of hard to believe. I would have thought there's like at least a couple dudes.
Well, like Embiid wasn't really all that like dominant in his time at KU.
I would have thought that like Sheway would have got it or something.
No, at KU.
Oh, at KU. Okay, I was about to say.
Sure, Sheway.
Yeah.
I would have thought maybe Doak.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
yeah,
he honestly wasn't that great of a rebounder.
Interesting, but yeah, we can get into as KU's waiting in the hallway to come out on the court because they're all playing on the same arena. But yeah, we can get into NCAA basketball talk later on. But my obscure stat relates to the NFL and the Kansas City Chiefs. Sorry, might be a sore topic. Nash. We got
Is it about drops?
No, it's about the second half points.
Oh, 3 in a row?
No, they're last in the NFL in second half points with like 56. In let's see, what did they play?
I think I knew that.
They played 10 games, 56 points.
Bro.
They have less than the Jets, less than the Pats, less than the Giants, which is actually I thought it was like a fake stat when they showed it on the broadcast last night. Like it was seriously unreal. But
And we haven't scored in the second half in like 3 games. The last
Yeah.
3 games we haven't scored in the second half.
yeah, it's actually kind of
And
unreal.
like if we had a single person on the team who knew how to catch the football,
yeah,
like we would have won if you just like had any person with a brain out there on the field. Like it's a perfect pass.
yeah.
And he just, for those of you saying it was long, he even said it was long.
But
It was
it's
not long. It was
yeah.
right in his hands.
Yeah.
And you're getting paid. Let's look at his let's
What was it?
It's the rant episode, right? Let's pull up his contract. Marquez.
Also, speaking of the Chiefs Eagles game, I picked the Eagles, Nash picked the Chiefs. I am what am I down by 1 now in the picks?
I haven't checked.
I think I gained 3 on you, or maybe even 4. But I was down 10 at one point, and now I'm down like 2 or 3. So here we go. But I think MVS was like, what was it? Like 2 like 20 or 219? Something like that.
He's making far too much money for being horrible at his job.
Yeah, not great.
Other people who are horrible at their job, they get fired.
Yeah.
And then they live in abject poverty. Whereas MVS is loaded and is just about the worst at his job as anybody I can think.
I mean, any Pats receiver is probably.
I would rate higher a fast food worker that throws a milkshake at me than Marquez Valdez-Scantling's performance last night. I don't know how that relates, but
I don't know. I couldn't quite find.
I would never do something to warrant that happening to me, but
yeah, I'm not sure how that quite connects. Literally,
why can I not find his contract at all?
Look up Marquez Valdez-Scantling contract.
Oh, what is it? Oh wow. Okay, no,
Nash type Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So that might.
So that's why.
Bro, I thought Google was goofing up on it.
God.
Oh God. Well, my guess is 4-year. What?
This is just gonna make me so sad, dude.
It's gonna be like 4, like 30. That's my guess.
3 years, 30.
3 years, 30.
Oh.
10 mil a year. God.
God,
I can't believe
dude.
mid receivers just gets like Juju got like what was it? 3. I think Juju got the same. He got like 330.
Juju can catch a football.
No. Not much better than MVS, but you also can't like Juju.
If we had Juju, we would be undefeated right now.
That's just not true.
It's true. Like
Nah.
genuinely, because
Juju's like isn't even healthy.
And Kelsey didn't play good last night, but like let's keep it a buck. He's getting double teamed and he still produces more than any other receiver. He's still amazing.
Yeah.
The only decent receiver on the team right now is Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
And he's actually gonna be so good.
Yeah, we'll see. What round was he? 3rd, 4th? Around there?
2nd, actually.
2nd? Really? They took Sky Moore and him back to back. Sky Moore sucks. Jeez, he's horrible. Yeah. Tony has like one good play every games.
Like I would keep Tony on the roster just for punt returns.
I mean, he like single-handedly.
55th overall.
Yeah, wow, 2nd round.
I mean, he's electric. Yeah.
What was Tank Dale? Was he 2nd round?
Either end of the 2nd. I want to say he was like last pick of the 2nd round.
Tank, dude. Freaking Texans. I mean, CJ Stroud's like 5th in MVP odds right now. Another
69th pick, so it's early 3rd.
Early 3rd. I mean, but yeah, we can go back to the Chiefs. We'll see. AFC Ravens are the 1 seed.
Oh
now,
wow,
right?
Fletcher Lawyer had 27 points.
Wow.
I mean, not very efficient there, bud, but like Jiminy Crickets.
That's kind of tough.
It's kind of tough, yeah.
But yeah, Ravens are the 1 seed at what are they? 8-3. Chiefs are 8-3 now. Yeah.
7-3.
Or yeah, 7-3 because they were 7-2. And then behind them, Dolphins are what? They're also 7-3, right?
Yeah.
So not. I would still put money on the Chiefs probably winning the AFC just because.
I mean, we'll figure it out eventually.
Jacksonville 7-3. Yeah, KC, Jacksonville, Miami are all 7-3. Cleveland.
The only thing I'm worried about is that we like continue to implode and like miss the playoffs somehow.
I mean, the division kind of sucks. So, although Denver,
they're right there.
Denver,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Chiefs
I mean,
have
to be fair, we don't play Denver again, so that sort of like insulates us
yeah.
from like a disaster.
Oh, and you guys do have a relatively easy schedule. Vegas, Green Bay, Buffalo, Pats. So yeah, you play Cincy too. It's an easy win now. But yeah,
What?
speaking of,
Oh,
I mean,
sorry,
speaking of,
sorry,
yeah,
I completely forgot.
yeah, Cincy, Joe Burrow after season, Jake Browning, I think.
Okay, we should
UW
rant about that. That is like so. I did see something the other day. It's like, um, and obviously, like I'm really sad for Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Oh boy,
because he's
this
so
better, I
good.
feel like this better be insane.
Well, no, I saw something that was like people like the way they look at Lamar whenever he gets hurt
Mm-hmm.
compared to like Joe Burrow who's had 2 season-ending injuries in what, like 4 years.
Yeah.
So
Although,
like
but that's
there
the
is
thing.
there is some like hypocrisy there. I
Mm,
think what changes the perception of it, and I'm not saying it's right, but I think what changes the perception of it is that whenever Lamar is hurt, he's always like week to week, and then it turns into like a
yeah.
full season
Yeah.
injury,
Well, Joe Burrow's and Lamar will
which
just
like
be
makes
like
him seem more injury.
Lamar will also just be like sick and he'll just miss a game. Like he'll just have like that happened a ton. I think it was last year and the year before where he would just be like sick and then that combined with whatever's nagging injury and then they throw out Tyler Huntley like freaking
Tyler
7
Huntley's
straight
looking
weeks.
solid, but like
Yeah, solid backup, but not a guy you want to go out every week.
yeah,
But
like
yeah, I see
I
what
don't
you
know.
say, but it's not like
Because here's the other thing, something like that is in large part, I think, due to coaching and medical staff too. Like, I don't know if you can put
well,
that entirely on Lamar, because
oh, you're talking about Lamar.
yeah,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
if you're holding him out for stuff like that when he like maybe could, like for instance, Mahomes played with the flu, and like was that the correct decision? Maybe not, because he looked horrible.
mhm.
And the Broncos, I don't care how many games in a row they win, they're not good.
I mean, they're
I'm not a believer. I won't be a believer until they go undefeated.
Undefeated, like 17-0.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you want you okay? So all it takes is for them to lose a game, then you'll think they're frauds. Gotcha. But
I mean, isn't that how it
biased
is
Chiefs
with
fan.
everybody in the NFL? Like, as soon as somebody loses a game, it's like, oh, you're a fraud.
Uh,
And like
I mean,
sometimes
yeah,
they're right. Because
yeah.
who did Philly lose to?
They lost to the who they Jets. They lost to the Jets.
Oh yeah,
Remember
and
Zach
everybody was
Wilson?
calling him a fraud. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Although, yeah.
wow, tip is until 10:58.
Oh, we got time to
Jeez.
burn.
Oh, we got
We got
plenty of
plenty
time.
of pod time.
Um,
But yeah, no, I see what you mean. But yeah, Bengals season down the drain. Jake Browning, UW will, I'm assuming, start every week. He went in for Burrow when he got hurt. But yeah, it'll be an interesting offseason for them. T. Higgins, free agent. Probably not gonna extend him because they have to pay Jamar. Tyler Boyd, free agent. So we'll see how they should have traded T. Higgins before this season and gotten some value for him instead of letting him walk for nothing. But unless they pull off
Chiefs
some,
are gonna get him.
that would be kind of insane. I wanted the Pats to trade for him this past offseason. I called that like
You don't want that now, though. I'm sure.
I mean, yeah.
Why would you pay anybody anything?
I would. Yeah, I would just like. Yeah, don't give anybody any money.
Mac Jones would be so decent if he had, and I don't think T. Higgins is the receiver for Mac. I think
yeah.
no. I think Mac would be so good with like a Debo Samuel.
Mac would just be good with anybody. He's literally played with like bums every year of his career. It's unbelievable. I mean,
he can't throw, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, he also can't throw. Like he's also generally not good. But
and I don't want to say my dad doesn't know. Like my dad brought up an interesting point last night watching Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah,
and and it's like a lot of Mahomes throws look like they're not perfect. Yeah, but I think it only
like
receivers. It only like when you go and look back at the film, those throws only further prove how amazing he is and how horrible the receivers are.
I think
he's
a lot of it
balls intentionally so that only his receiver can catch it, and they're not only can they not catch, but they can't get open either.
There was that, and I think it's also
Justin Watson,
like that one, the deep ball where he ran outside instead of coming towards the middle. Mahomes
that was MVS too, right?
No, that was Watson. It was down the sideline.
Oh yeah,
and then Reed was pissed at him, but like so that sort of thing. Yeah, I see what you mean though.
Can I just say I love that hoodie?
This.
It's
Thank
splendid.
you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sure I would like your hoodie if I were to see it. It is a tough jersey though. Also, wait, has your Grady Dick jersey come in? When's it coming? Not for a while.
Not for a minute.
Would you get it on Fanat? Oh, you got a real one.
Nice. I did get a real one.
Nice. Yeah, Nash got a Grady Dick jersey. We'll see if he'll be allowed to wear it to school. But
that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Surprisingly, like I'm not willing to get in trouble for that many things.
Yeah, bro gets ISS for wearing a Grady.
That would suck, bro. That would
your
suck.
college
that
record
would
is
suck,
screwed.
dude.
Oh my god.
No, but if I just apologize, there's no way I actually get.
Yeah, you would get unless
or
you're,
explain.
Yeah.
I just have to not get in trouble with shout out Ms. Parlett. Can I say that?
I'm sure she'll be listening.
There's no way she listens.
If
she actually she's actually cool sometimes.
Parlett's a sub at her school, by the way.
She just wouldn't understand at all.
No.
And she would understand that you can't wear something that says
dick on the back. Family friendly show. But it's just a last name.
I mean, yeah, it's a last name. What do you want me to do?
Exactly.
You want me to not say his last name?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll censor it when I edit. Just kidding. But yeah.
I almost said something really bad.
Thank God you didn't, because I don't want to know what you're reading.
It wasn't inappropriate, it was just mean.
Okay. To me. Okay.
Not to anyone in particular, just was a thought in my head.
Gotcha. But yeah, what we're talking about, Chiefs, Mahomes, they'll be fine. They'll win the division. Broncos are on a little bit of a hot streak. I picked them to win. Nash picked the Vikings. Of course, I was right. But that was a really fun game to watch.
Okay, can we talk about Josh Dobbs?
Yeah.
I want to rant about this for a second too, because
are you high or low or mid?
Low. And what is so unfortunate about the entire situation is I'm lower than consensus on Josh Dobbs, and I still think he's done great, right?
Yeah.
Let's not act like he's an amazing quarterback.
I don't think people are. I don't think
it is impressive what he has done with the system. But the announcers are acting he is changing the game.
Yeah.
The Vikings' offensive success, has most to do with Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, although, but that's the thing. There are plays where he had where he's
breaking the tackle.
Yeah, he had a rushing touchdown. Well, the first game he played, they showed the clip of Kevin O'Connell, and he's oh my god, this guy's unbelievable. I think so.
Bro, did you see that guy with the 16 leg parlay?
Yeah.
And it hit. The 15th leg was Josh Dobbs rushing TD, and it hit.
Really?
And the last leg was Butker over 1.5 field goals, and it didn't hit.
Really? Dude, a guy at my work, bro, one of the dishwashers, he showed me, I worked this past Sunday, he had a 16 leg parlay. He was 15 for 16, then he had the Heat, and they blew a 22-point lead. And it was going to hit for an insane number. So shout out Zach.
I would never bet again. I would tumble into a gambling addiction, but it's 50,
I'm afraid that's what he's done. But shout out Zach, man. You're welcome for taking your shift a couple weeks ago. But
God, you would bring that up. You're so petty.
Anyways, what we're talking about Josh Dobbs. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, but yeah, I mean, I think there are some plays rushing plays where it's just that's just not obviously out of structure. He completely did that himself. But I also think the NFL's taken the whole NASA astronaut thing.
It is
riding
cool.
with it. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's really smart.
Great guy. It's impressive what he has done, but let's not act like he's anything more than a filler for Kirk Cousins, who is still way better.
Although Kirk's gone after this year, though. Oh, damn.
I think they're going to draft somebody. I don't think Josh Dobbs is the guy.
Well, I don't think he's a guy, but I mean, he's probably going to be a lifetime floater. But
he's like a Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, we'll see.
Which is that's good for a Josh.
Yeah,
I can be happy and think that he is good without thinking that he's this great player who's changing the game. You're playing the Broncos, who, regardless of what they've been doing, are still not good.
Yeah. Although, dude,
the fact that JMU is ranked in basketball is so Like, I feel like it's a bad take, low key.
Yeah, I mean, they have
I
good
feel like
wins.
that's it's not
What
recency
what
bias.
what was that? What was that? Who'd they play when they had like they scored like 6 in the last like 8 seconds? Was that App State? Who was it? You know what I'm talking
They
about?
played App State in football, but
Yeah, no, but
maybe
they had like this
no,
insane.
because that would be in conference.
Yeah, it wasn't conference.
Yeah, just go on your phone, you screenager.
Yeah, definitely just not gonna check. But
You could just have a better memory. I mean, I don't remember
obviously,
either, to be
yeah.
fair, but
Anyways, my phone's not working. But anyways, back to
oh,
football.
now I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Dobbs started the season on the Browns. The Browns roster. Imagine if the Browns didn't trade him, they had Josh Dobbs right now. I think they'd be in a lot better position than DTR, Dorian
Kent
Thompson Robinson,
State.
or Kent State. That's what it was, not App State. But yeah, Browns 7-3. Signed Joe Flacco to the roster. They somehow pulled out that game against the Steelers. That defense is literally insane. But again, they don't have a quarterback. We'll see how far they can ride that defense and that run game. And
Do you
yeah, the
do this with
AFC.
soda cans?
What?
Like
Yeah.
you take the thing off?
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm the
Do you-
only one who
don't
does
you
it.
don't chew it though, do you?
No.
Okay, good. That's whack. I was gonna say.
Do you know people?
Um,
That's actually so. I just noticed you doing it. I was like, wait, I do the same thing, and
I
I
feel like it's a
definitely,
common
I
thing.
definitely catch flack for it.
Oh, you get hate for taking
Oh,
the
for sure.
cap off a soda can. Man, I feel bad for you, man. But anyways, yeah, AFC not looking too hot. I mean, I think the Ravens
Yo,
are
could this
good.
be a grill?
What
all right,
in
all
the-
right. I need to stop.
Alright.
I need to stop.
You're taking the rant episode too far, I think. Yeah, let's talk about if that can be a grill the next 30 minutes. But Ravens I think are good. Chiefs, they have their problems, but I think they'll be fine. Browns.
The Browns would be legit. You just can't win in the playoffs without a quarterback.
Yeah, you just can't win the playoffs. We'll see how that deep.
Unless you're Doug Williams, but like he was just a baller.
Yeah.
It's a throwback. Wow.
Bills, I mean, who knows? We'll see. Dolphins, they really have not played anybody good, and the good teams they played, they got destroyed. So, yeah, Jets obviously frauds. Jaguars still kind of hesitant on them, but I don't know who's better, the Jags or the Texans. I genuinely don't know. The Jags have like not been good. Like they're 7-3.
I think the Texans are better, but in a playoff game, you take the Jags.
Yeah.
Just because like experience means so much.
Yeah. Although I think the Texans would just go out there and be like, we have nothing to lose. Stroud's gonna sling it. D'Amico Ryan's gonna do his thing. So I'd be scared to play Texans. Just that team was just nothing.
But if
to
I'm
lose.
a Texans fan, I'm so excited.
Oh my god. Yeah,
because here's the other thing. Now that you have now Will Anderson hasn't really been in the news that much. But
yeah, I think he had a good game this past
he's
weekend.
decent.
Yeah.
I think he's now that you have your franchise edge rusher, your franchise QB, your franchise receiver. This draft class is so good, but it's not only good for top end talent, it's good for middle round talent.
Yeah.
It's good for middle of the first round talent. Like
yeah.
They don't need the top, they don't have to fight for the top guys anymore.
Yeah.
Because realistically, CJ Stroud is going to be better than any quarterback.
CJ Stroud is literally like a top 10 quarterback right now.
And I'm not like, it's not a victory lap thing, but like, I think you could just see, or I could see.
I mean, I had Richardson first, so.
Yeah. And like,
but I did have Bryce Young over CJ Stroud, so.
I could just see like the arm talent transfer.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look at the Georgia game. That's like peak CJ Stroud, and he's translated that pretty much as much as he can. In the
and
NFL.
you think like even if you're inconsistent in college, if you can perform at the highest level of college against one of the best defenses, like
I mean, I saw this. I was thinking about this the other day. Imagine if Ohio State made the kick against Georgia. And then CJ Stroud goes and balls out in the championship game, and then his stock gets raised even more. Then he gets picked number 1 overall to the Panthers. Can you imagine?
I think they'd be good.
I think
he's that good that it doesn't matter where he goes.
Yeah, and then Bryce got picked for the Texans. I wonder if the Texans would have taken Richardson at that point. Do you think the Texans would have taken Richardson or Stroud? I feel like Richardson. I don't know. That would have been interesting. But
what do you mean? Wait, hold
on. If they let's say Stroud got taken 1 to the Panthers.
Bryce Young or Richardson?
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
I mean, it would have been Bryce Young. It's like God.
I mean, I guess
And the
Kitty
thing
did
with
get
Richardson
taken.
is he'd be in the rookie of the year conversation if he
Yeah.
hadn't wasn't so injury prone.
He needs to like chill, dude.
That's what you saw Trevor Lawrence said it to him first game. He's
Yeah, I mean, like the first
relax.
3 games, he had like some in.
Yeah,
I mean,
some, nagging
so
shit.
obviously, yeah. I mean, we were both high on you were high on him, right, Richardson?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you took him pretty early. I mean, it's obviously fantasy, but
Yeah.
still.
Are there any other pressing issues before we move on to NBA? Because I think there's
I mean, the number one, the race for Caleb Williams is getting kind of interesting. Kyler Murray
and whether it even is the race for Caleb
yeah,
Williams.
it could be the race for Drake May.
But it's still the
gap
race
is
for Caleb
still the gap is
Williams,
still. I've seen
bro, have you seen clips of how bad the USC defense is?
Yeah, I mean
It's
the USC
did you
team
see
just
that? Did
sucks.
you see that safety get torched
by the Oregon guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, or that Oregon
bro.
Franklin, he's really fast.
Okay, but still.
Yeah, still. But yeah, not Panthers. Cardinals with Kyler Murray back are gonna win some games. Giants, Danny DeVito. Shout out Danny DeVito, man. Or Tommy DeVito. But Panthers, big game. Not Panthers.
What do you be thinking about on the regular that you thought it was Danny DeVito, bro?
I don't know. Is there a guy named Danny DeVito? It just sounds
the short guy.
Wait, really? The short guy?
Do you not know Danny DeVito? Your phone's not working. I got you.
No, I got it is now.
What? Bro, what? No. Danny DeVito. He's in Jumanji. That's not his most notable.
Oh yeah,
this guy. Yeah, come on.
It sounds better than Tommy DeVito. But shout out to 410. Shout out Danny DeVito and Tommy DeVito. But did you see after the first touchdown he went like this? He did the Italian this. So
Mamma mia! Shout out Tony Keita. That's a true Italian right there.
But yeah, we'll see. Panthers are gonna suck, so Bears are probably gonna get the number 1 pick. But we'll see where the Pats end up.
And if the Bears don't take a quarterback,
I saw their stick in the field.
I would.
Those are the reports. Obviously,
if the Bears don't take a quarterback, then the
but
Chicago White Sox are gonna make an NFL team for all the people who are fed up with the Bears being horrible.
Yeah. But
bro,
and I mean I've seen the Bears are gonna stick with Fields, the Giants are gonna stick with Daniel Jones,
both of which are not the right choice.
Cardinals sticking with Kyler, which I think is a good choice, but
especially when you have somebody like Mauve, Maserati Mauve.
Don't ever say that again.
Maserati Mauve.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay. What are you most excited for this break? One game.
One game.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just counting Thursday games.
No. Any game.
Any game. Any sports game.
You're gonna say the game, but
what do you mean the game?
Are you serious right now? Wemby would be so disappointed.
The game. Oh, obviously, of course. I thought you were just thinking NFL. But obviously,
any game.
Ohio State, Michigan. Shout out Victor Wembanyama. But yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, I was gonna say it's gonna be a great game, but me and Nash both think that Ohio State's gonna get absolutely throttled.
Wow, that's the first time you said it
with a negative connotation,
bro.
Yeah, but Kyle McCord.
The truth is gonna cut. Alyssa's gonna realize your true opinions.
I'm rooting for Ohio State, but as a realistic.
And the only reason he's rooting for Ohio State is because he has to.
It's because, yeah, but I also choose to because
he would not be welcome at what?
The Labassi household.
The Labassi household.
Yeah. But I'm rooting for Ohio State. I hope they win, but I don't love their chances in that game. But I think it's gonna be. I'm hoping it's a close game.
I think that what's his name is a fraud. Kyle McCord. He's really not good.
It's just he's good at times. Second half Notre Dame. If that on the road,
bro, that wasn't even that impressive. Though.
Yes, it was. That was impressive. It wasn't even second half. It was fourth quarter. But it's literally such a small sample size. If you have to say that, the guy's not good. But
yeah, one half against a team that's been proven to not be really that good.
Yeah. So with that being said, on the road at Michigan, good luck. Then again, JJ McCarthy hasn't been good, and they don't trust him with the ball. So we'll see how that goes.
But who cares? Because Blake Corum is fantastic.
Yeah, Blake Corum single-handedly won them the game last year. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited for that. As far as NFL, I was saying this and that. The Lions game is always just really fun. I think just sitting down at whatever it is, like 12:30, and watching the Lions play at Ford Field on Thanksgiving is like such a vibe. Like last year was Bills Lions, and I always have
You know what's tough?
what?
If KU wins this game, they play Purdue. If they lose, they play Tennessee. Both tomorrow. Which is like so lit.
Yeah, that is pretty fire actually. But yeah, KU basketball.
Have you ever watched a KU game with me?
No.
Oh, you're in.
I've never watched a game with
You're
you.
in for it, bro. You have no idea.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's what I'm most excited for. You're probably you're gonna watch Ohio State Michigan, right?
I mean,
yeah,
duh.
you kinda have to.
What am I excited for?
Obviously just mentioned KU.
Yeah.
NBA, who cares? Better games to watch.
Well, like, it's just that, and no regular season game in the NBA matters.
That's the thing. Like, I'm
Like,
it's
doesn't
just
matter at all.
It's just so hard for me to watch NBA regular season.
I watch it, but it's painful.
Because the players don't care. They know they're gonna make the playoffs. They know that the only thing that matters is what happens in the playoffs, and it's just not. I really don't find it that fun. And obviously, I'll watch the Celtics, but
just random tangent because he's on my TV right now. Jameer Young at Maryland is one of the best bucket getters I've ever watched. Like, he's tough.
Speechless.
Okay. Anyway.
Thanks for shouting that out.
Yeah, you're
welcome. Yeah. I don't even know what I was saying. Nash caught me so off guard with that topic change.
He's just like so good. I'm sorry.
And he's still talking about it. Man, really, what was I talking
Auburn
about?
Auburn is destroying Alabama.
Jeez, oh my God. But they only won my 30.
That's just.
But yeah, NBA. It's really hard to watch, but can be fun at times.
So let's rant about the NBA then.
All right. Nobody cares. Bad sport.
Yeah, it's just like way less exciting than any other. Yeah. I mean, baseball can be similar.
Yeah, I think
what I don't like about baseball is like, and obviously it's like a staple, right? It's not that I don't like it.
Yeah.
But the idea of like every single game, it's a series.
Yeah.
Is like, I think it's frustrating for the fan.
Yeah,
because it really makes it feel like
for the non-diehard fan. I think obviously casual fans like,
and like obviously the series is good because you get to see like every pitcher against every team and like
like I think just watch. Yeah, I mean it really just depends on the person and what game. Like if you're watching, like some pitchers like truly just like
I get it
to watch. I mean, yeah, you do.
It's important to acknowledge like the casual fan.
Yeah, of course. Which is why they added the pitch clock and
And did you see what Scherzer said?
Like for editing the pitch. Oh, for like it's causing more injuries.
He said that like two of the top doctors in like arm surgery were like, yeah, it's like way worse for the pitcher. And he's like, why are we not taking this into account? Like this is so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it still. I like the pitch clock. I think it's a great thing, but
I mean, one might even call it splendido.
That it was exactly what I was gonna say. But also speaking of baseball, A's going to Vegas sucks.
Yeah, it's bad.
Sucks. Horrible ownership.
I mean, okay.
Sad for the A's.
It's really hard to turn down the money that Vegas is offering.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, obviously.
But it is like
no effort from
it's clear why one would feel like betrayed.
Yeah.
Especially if
and the A's do have fans. They just
are horrible.
And they showed that with the reverse boycott, which was sick. Like actually so sick. Like watching the reverse boycott game for the A's like gave me chills. It was so awesome.
Did they sell out?
So yeah, so they sold out. The stadium was packed, and they like chanted like sell the team like every like inning, and they were like the worst team in the league. I mean they were the whole season, but they played the first place Rays and they beat them like in like a crazy game, and it was just like a playoff atmosphere in like June, and it was just really awesome. Moneyball vibes for real.
That's radical for real.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, we'll miss that.
How did we end up like not being able to talk about the NBA at all?
Nobody cares.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's talk about James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Clippers
just like,
finally won a game with him, right?
Yeah,
on the buzzer beater.
You know what I think is the thing with James Harden?
Mm-hmm.
Because like, yeah, he's getting older, so like obviously he's not in his prime, and that's part of what's making him like not as good.
Yeah.
he can't succeed if he's not the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it. He wasn't really all that good in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Broke out in Houston, where he was like the only offensive threat for a while.
Yeah.
And then even when there became other offensive threats, they were on the court to make him better.
Mm-hmm.
In Brooklyn, he was not the guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't successful. Tried to like change his game to this like pass first point guard, but it was always awkward.
He was averaging 11 assists.
He farms assists though.
Yeah.
It's not like he's making the team. He farms assists and stagnates the. He refuses to move without the ball. And there's a reason. There's a reason that the Sixers have been so good, because I think it lets your MVP shine, first of all. And I think it lets other players be more successful. Like Maxey knows how to play within the confines of a team.
Mm-hmm. Although I think
Tobias Harris.
Having Harden did help
Tobias Harris has been so much better. It helped his development, but it didn't help him.
His actual like performance.
Tobias Harris. The floor was so like stagnant. Given the way Embiid plays and then the way Harden plays, there's no room for Tobias Harris to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking more like his old self.
Tobias Harris sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he's been better.
Yeah.
Kelly Oubre looked good before prayers up.
What? Okay, did you
wait, okay, so what's the current status of that?
So the status for that is, so Kelly Oubre,
it didn't happen.
Supposedly he claimed he got hit, and at this point outside the Chase Center.
Oh my god,
or no, it was in DC. But something like that. But and the place that he claimed that he got hit was like they checked security cameras and it just like didn't happen or something like that. And so like,
to be fair, you could be delirious.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you could just not know where he was. So they're like investigating that and stuff. But there is like a ring video that like TMZ got that shows him like going into the like his apartment, saying he got hit. So I don't know. We'll see. But
it's like really weird.
It's like you would think you would like generally,
but like weird things can happen if you get like concussed and hit by a car. To be fair,
or like I mean, he could have been doing something.
I need to see.
Embarrassing.
So the KU game's about to start. What I noticed last night is they started Johnny Furphy, the Australian freshman, and not KJ Adams. So I'm interested to see if they're going to do it again. They did not. No. Okay, that's good. I like KJ. Anyway, continue. I'm gonna let you sort of lead the way with the rest of this because
but yeah, Sixers have been good. Obviously, Celtics have been pretty incredible. They did lose the Hornets last night in like overtime or something like that. But, you know, again, who cares? Mid-season tournaments going on. Cool. Courts are horrible. Like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
I kind of like them.
I like the ones
I need a little fun in my life, you know?
I like I like the ones that like are like light and not
even
dark
if it is ugly, like
it is. It's like
still fun because they always have looked the same since the beginning of time.
Fair.
Like this Maui court, is it like actually good looking? No.
Yeah, it's pretty.
But it's like, oh, good. Oh, is that a kicked ball? Sorry, anybody listening. I'm really locked in on the game now.
This might be the wrap up part of our podcast.
Yeah, I would also like to just to switch subjects. LaMelo Ball is having a really good season. And what stood out to me is that he has been such a good leader in crunch time. Dang it. Can't let that guy get going. But he's been, I mean, against the Celtics. Yeah. First and foremost. He had that steal against Tyrese Halliburton. And he's just been a great leader, which I think is something that like you haven't really been able to say about him for the majority of his career thus far. And if he can be a leader, they have the talent. God, that guy's gonna light it up. They have the talent to actually make some noise. Yeah. I mean, LeBron doing his thing. Yeah. Like per usual.
As far as the standings, I mean, Boston.
Not that it matters.
Boston. I mean, so far,
why would you force that pass?
The top three: Boston, Milwaukee, and the Sixers. Not a surprise. I mean, I guess the Sixers being like pretty, like really good could be a surprise to some people, but Miami's 9 and
Surprise to
5.
me.
Yeah, Miami's 9 and 5. They have picked it up after their slow start. There's some teams have sucked. Memphis has been horrible. OKC has been really good. Denver has obviously been really good. Minnesota's been super good. Anthony Edwards is lighting it up. But yeah, I really have not gotten a chance to watch much of it because I don't necessarily. I'd rather watch another sport that's going on. Was that a look away 3? Dang.
No.
You
Wait,
sure?
was it?
I think it was. But yeah, that's all. Halliburton's been balling too. Halliburton's stat line today was like 35 and 16, like a
Thank God I
157 to
missed that.
152 win. But yeah, that's all I got in the NBA. I don't know if you have anything else to say, Nash.
Not really. Do you have a random segment for today, or are we?
What was the thing?
We had an idea.
Oh, what was it doing? You're bored?
Oh yeah. Okay, so Barstool Sports came out with a bracket that's not entirely appropriate for this podcast.
Yeah.
But it was basically like a bracket of the best things to do when you're bored. And there were some things on there that were absolutely genius. Like sit on the toilet until your legs fall asleep. Like, bro, that is so relatable.
Relatable to you, yeah.
I know you've done that. Like, why are you lying to me?
Okay.
Oh, good cut.
Okay. No comment. But yeah, I mean, there on there was like deep diving into sports stats, old sports stats. That's
of course that's
that's a pastime of mine. I do that in school not on the daily, but way too much.
Yeah.
It probably shouldn't be. Did that today. But
dude, bro, Matt. And I love Miss Chandler. Miss Chandler is actually a great teacher.
Yeah.
I just couldn't hang today.
Today, I mean, last block right before Thanksgiving break. I mean, you can't expect us to be locked in.
Yeah, what do you?
I'm sorry, Miss Chandler. We love
trying to teach me something new.
Oh, we banked.
Are you kidding me?
But,
is that the kind of night it's going to be? You reckon?
Banked in free throw. That's tough.
But they have 13 points in the first 3.5 minutes of this game. That's
yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, we should probably end this before it just becomes a straight play-by-play commentary of the KU game. But
maybe that's what the people want, James. You ever think about that?
No, they don't.
Yeah,
I speak for the people. Nobody wants to hear your voice more than they.
Don't be a dictator.
This is my pod.
You speak for the people?
Yeah, of course.
That's
of course.
I don't like.
But yeah. I mean, sports stats can't go wrong. I mean, maybe what if we did our own bracket and put it on the Instagram? That'd be kind of tough, but
yeah, but we're very obviously copying.
Yeah, it's true.
If we do that.
But yeah, that's all I have to say for that. But yeah, I'm coming back in picks. I said, I was down 10. I'm here. It's comeback season.
Please stay tuned.
It's gonna be
engaged on the Instagram.
It's gonna be a great battle for picks.
Yeah,
we're going.
And I without a doubt there will be another episode before break is over. So before this coming Sunday, there will be another episode out. So
yeah.
I think we're gonna wrap this episode up. But it's been fantastic.
Yeah.
And we will see you all again very, very soon.
Yep. See ya.